And now we go from an inconsistent plot to a plot point that makes me go, what the hell? In Iron Jungle, or as I like to call it, Prison Island, only without toxic waste. That looks like such a flat 2D image, it's not even funny.
Huh?
My Dreamcast model? What's this?
How can this be? Who are you?
Listen up, Shadow Androids. The Eggman fleet is strong, but those black creatures are a formidable adversary. I must return to the base to devise a new plan.
Shadow? Android? Am I an android too?
Cut yourself. If you're bleeding red, then no. So, remember that plot point that was brought up at the end of the Dark missions inside of Sonic Heroes of whether Shadow is a robot or not? Well, yeah, they decided let's try and bring that back, despite the fact that Omega here actually ended up going up and saying, are you familiar with cloning? The original has to exist somewhere. Yeah. No, Shadow is not an android. This is probably another one of the most nonsensical endings that this thing is trying to build up to out of the entire game, believe me. But we already have our mission structure. For neutral, obviously we go to the center of the base, which is what we're going to be doing because we are the path of Switzerland. Go Team Switzerland! And the hero mission is we have to destroy the egg balloon, which is another one of those, hey, you gotta chase this thing to make sure that it, gets killed. And the thing that makes it more annoying with the egg balloon is your best bet at damaging it is using the bazookas. The problem with the bazookas inside of Shadow the Hedgehog is they don't manually target like how the, guns that shoot bullets or laser beams do, unfortunately. And it's a lot more awkward as well. Another thing that is obvious is that the egg balloon is constantly moving and you have to go on a lot of different paths in order to attack it for the most part. Now, for the Dark mission, this is probably the easiest Dark mission in the entire game. You only have to kill 28 gun troops, and they're all inside the same area. So this is honestly the path I use to get to the full Dark ending, to get to the second ending, because remember, you have to play through the game story twice to be able to get the ever so lovely endings that are required for the final story. Now, my thoughts on Iron Jungle? When I first played this, I thought it was fine, very linear, but then the more I look at it, I realized this is just Prison Island with different colors for the little, platforms and without the toxic waste. It reuses so many assets and now I can't unsee it. One thing I didn't show off, though, is that there actually are the jumping gun mechs. If I had done that, that would have made this go a little bit faster. Not that it really matters or anything, because we're going to be seeing, both everything for this mission and the next mission. So, just jump up here. Watch out, though, because this is also where I find that the Lightspeed Dash starts to prove itself to be a little bit finicky. What do I mean by that? One of the problems with the Lightspeed Dash in this game is sometimes it decides if you're not facing the way of the other rings, instead of turning Shadow to, go with the other rings, it'll just Lightspeed Dash him on the one ring and launch him forward. That is a constant thing that happens to me in this game, and it's rather annoying. But I have Chaos Control, so let's get the heck out of here and towards that goal ring. Why? Because there are still more of those instances where, oh hey, there's enemies down there. Well, guess what ends up happening if you screw up? Well, you'll get yelled at by either Eggman or Omega, which I will give Omega this. For Omega, they actually ended up doing a really good job considering that they changed the voice cast in between Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog, because the voice actor who does Omega in this game sounds just like the one from Heroes. That being said, why couldn't they get that one for 06? Apparently, he retired from voice acting the year before. So instead, we got that horrible Omega voice from 06. Either way, we're at Eggman's base now. Yay!
Now, Doctor, you will tell me everything.
Yes, Doctor, you will tell me everything. Even if I have to beat you up to get it. And A.
Perfect.
Not like that was that hard, especially if you get a lot of chaos control, because you can just warp there instantly.
Eggman detected. Approaching this direction.
Shadow and Omega? Why, you traitors! You two are going to stop me? Move aside!
Doctor, please, I need to know. Those androids, the ones that look like me, am I?
Yes.
What?
You and Omega are my creations. But you betray me as you stand here before me. So now, I will destroy you both, turning you into scrap metal!
Eggman, I will defeat you once and for all.
Okay, I can understand Eggman's shock at Shadow being there a little bit, but how did he not realize that Omega was a traitor? He was quite clearly an enemy of Eggman in the last game. Either way, this is usually considered the easiest boss for the Egg Breaker because there are two turrets that are right here that do a bunch of damage to the Egg Breaker. So you really just need to take off half its health, it destroys it, grab the gun, and then destroy it again. I honestly find the other one a little bit easier because the I-beams that the Egg Breaker does in this boss fight are a little bit more annoying, but either way, there we go.
An android? Me? I don't believe you.
Oh, Shadow, by the end of this, you are going to believe it, unfortunately. But that actually brings me into something else I'm going to talk about inside the next stage that's pretty hilarious and pretty inconsistent when you put it together. Meanwhile, we flash you back to Sonic Heroes, a game you'd probably rather be playing along with Sonic Adventure 2.
The pieces are coming together. This ultimate life form they keep referring to is the Black Hedgehog, and he died, and I'm its copy. I must be the android Dr. Eggman created. Then it's clear what needs to be done. Doctor, you're going straight to the place you created me from.
Yes, you are an android, which is why you look so much better and have a better model quality than the ones that look like they're for the fucking Dreamcast. Either way, welcome to the last stage, Lava Shelter. Now, I need to explain something that's rather hilarious when it comes to Eggman's dialogue in the last Egg Breaker fight. In the last Egg Breaker fight, pretty much he ends up going, yes, you're an android. Well, through this game, you can do a path to where you have to fight the Egg Breaker 3 times. In the first one, pretty much Shadow will ask Dr. Eggman about his past, and he'll go, what past? You have no past. Then you go into another stage, and what ends up happening is you end up hearing from Eggman, yes, you're an android. Well, if you end up doing the hero mission from the last Iron Jungle and destroy the egg balloon, you'll end up on the Space Colony Ark. And the final boss will be the same final boss that you end up doing inside this mission. And what'll end up happening is he will say that you're a creation from my grandfather, Professor Gerald. So it seems Eggman doesn't even know how inconsistent this fucking plot is. But welcome to Lava Shelter. In all honesty, this has a lot of set pieces that are similar to the all-dark mission that we're going to have later on in the game, only this one's filled with more lava. In terms of what I think of Lava Shelter, it's not bad, and it does something that I like when this game does it properly with its mission structure, and that is has a divergent path for the good and dark missions. That's something that's good. Why is it that a lot of the missions in this game are either kill X amount of mooks or have you killing a certain thing before you get to the goal ring while the other one is get to the goal ring? Chances are 9 times out of 10, I'd rather go to the goal ring. Either way, though, the hero mission is pretty simple. Get to the goal ring. The dark mission is actually right up here. I think I'm going to skip it, or am I going to listen to Eggman's? Yes. Pretty much what he needs to do, despite the fact that, you know, we just beat up the Egg Breaker, and he was saying how he was going to kill us. Oh, hey, Shadow, I need your help. Gun is trying to take me down while this alien invasion is going on. Because, you know, multitasking, he can do that. And he needs your help to activate the volcanic defense systems, which pretty much requires you to shoot them. Pretty much doing them will put you to the different paths that are set here. And honestly, while I like that the mission structure is actually set up to where the level will change to complement the level to whatever mission you're doing, the thing I do not like about this is the fact there are only egg pawns here. You're going to need to kill the egg pawns in order to, you know, stop them from attacking you. And to B, end up getting weapons to activate the volcanic systems, because you need to shoot at the volcanic systems. It seems kind of like an odd design choice there, Eggman. Then again, you have proven to me that that IQ of 300 is more talk than anything else. And the thing is, Eggman will berate you for attacking his egg pawns. No, you're asking me to fucking help you. Don't berate me when your enemies, well, not enemies, when your own allies end up starting to attack me, because I'm going to defend myself. It's stupid, and this game does this a lot, especially inside the 6th and final stages for every single one in this game. It's annoying that they constantly do this. And I don't get why. I mean, in the beginning, we have G.U.N will attack us no matter what, because Gun Commander, he's a dick. Remember that guy? Yeah, he's not really the plot important to this one. And when it comes to, like, Dr. Eggman, you could be helping him. Oh, but he's still going to attack his egg pawns at you. Although in Eggman's case, I think it's well established that Eggman is a rather big dick. So I guess you're supposed to go on that logic. Hey, why are you trusting Eggman? He's a dick. He's especially shown inside this plot. And then we have the Black Arms, who have level design, which end up having it that I have to kill Black Arms to proceed forward, and then Demonic Goku's pet Starfish decides, hey, stop doing that. Don't kill my soldiers. Well, then stop having them go after me.
Looks like this robotic fake is equipped to fire tracer missiles.
Yes, this is Shadow talking about the Shadow androids, which luckily I don't need to talk too much about because I avoid many of them, but do not use grenade-like explosives on them for the simple fact that it will go right over them. The Shadow androids are one of the shortest enemies in the game, and unless it's full-on bullets, and meanwhile I'm trying to question why there are guns laid out on the track here, because some of the Acons failed to load and then their guns were just left behind. But either way, a lot of explosive rounds from things like grenade launchers, bazookas, which the egg pawns have a lot of, or non-lock-on weapons will just go right over them, and that's very annoying. Don't try homing attacking them either, because Eggman actually managed to program an android of a Hedgehog that could actually do a homing attack. He's really come a long way since Mechasonic from Sonic 2. But I mean Silver Sonic. Mechasonic's from Sonic 3. Sorry, I always get those names confused. Either way, though, this is the only time you're ever going to see the Shadow androids, provided you're not doing multiple playthroughs. But let's get that, and here's the end of the stage for the hero path.
Doctor, at last I'll hear the truth from you.
What? The truth by the end of this is going to be, you're a robot! And then it's completely and utterly disregarded because that's a stupid thing that they got from watching Terminator. I'm not joking, they used Terminator as part of an inspiration. Either way, now we're going to do the dark mission for this one. I ended up cutting to where you would first get the dark mission in the first place, which would be right here. The reason for that is nothing else is different until you get that one. But here's actually where the level starts to change up. Now that you've activated the lava, there's, you know, actual changes to the level. And I find it odd this is one of the few stages in the game that actually does this. But I love doing this right here. Oh look, it's one of Eggman's robots. You really designed those robots with self-preservation, don't you, Eggman? You would not make it in Mega Man's world because, you know, that's one of the rules of robotics. They have to have a self-preservation. Unless they're intended to kill someone. I think that was the explanation for the pole vaulting ones from Mega Man 3. You know, I should probably do the classic Mega Man series sometime. But then again, at the same time, I still haven't done the classic Sonic series. I haven't done a lot of classic series. I think it's because I'm waiting for a converter box. But now that we have the magma systems activated, a lot of the level will change and actually fill up with magma. For example, that rail right there in the past ended up pretty much having it that there was lava there where it wasn't before. And it fills up a lot on the lower floors. And you could probably hear, you know, Eggman berating me. And as you can see right here, there's already magma on the lower floor right here, so you're going to have to take the upper path. I like this. I sort of like how it changes the level design and that it makes it complement the mission that you're doing. It's a shame that this is one of the few missions in the game that does this. And I don't get why. I mean, I get they had the year development time. I don't know, because, you know, it was literally just, what, 10 minutes ago that I was fighting you? At least I gotta give Eggman credit on this. He gave, you know, a way for his robots to get back if he had to activate his defense system. So, here we go right here. As you can see right here, you pretty much need to triangle jump right here, which is interesting level design. Again, I will compliment this, and I will honestly just constantly question. I will berate this nonstop. Why wasn't this more of a staple inside this game? It makes no sense. It's better to have your missions complement the actual level instead of, you know, kill X amount of mooks, which is a very common thing. And here's to where it goes completely different, actually. The moment we activate this one right here, we're going to have a completely new path that we haven't gone to before in the lava shelter. Which I like. Again, I like this. I wish there was more of this in this game. Then maybe I wouldn't berate it as much as I do. I mean, I still will because the story is stupid for the fact that they actually watched Terminator movies and got inspiration for this plot line. Don't you know Terminator really went downhill after Terminator 2? I guess Sega didn't learn that then. Then again, they also watched Aliens for this, which, then again, Aliens went downhill with Aliens 3, which I like to consider never happened, and according to Aliens Colonial Marines, didn't. I've done so many bad games on this channel, more than I probably should have. But here we're going into a new path to where we have to go to the final two, which are in interesting areas. One of them, the last one in particular, I always end up dying to, and spoiler alert, I actually do end up dying to it on this one. There are shadow androids that are around us right here that are shooting missiles at me. And fun fact about the shadow androids, these are the things you can use in the multiplayer mode. Yes, because Shadow the Hedgehog has such a riveting multiplayer that allows you to do things like, you know, fight each other with guns. It is really not a good one, believe me. Now, I didn't activate Chaos Control here because I was under the impression that if I did, what would end up happening is I would end up warping into the area of the goal ring. And I didn't want to do that. So here's the platforming section to get up here, and it's always these areas right here because you have to judge your distances just right. Right, and up. And here we have to wait for this thing to fully go, but I did too early, so now I die.
Damn, not here.
Kinda wish that it did what other lava stages did inside Sonic games, and I get hurt, and then I'm able to continue. Why I ran into the lava right there, I have no idea. I think I was getting tired at this point, because remember, these were all recorded in the past. For the most part, actually at night. Because I seem to be getting into a night schedule, which feels more natural to me, but at the same time, I can't do that because my parents sleep, and I can't do live commentary at night usually. That's why I'm doing this right now at night. Go logic. So, we just need to activate this one again. I'm just going to completely ignore the shadow androids that are shooting at me and run into them, which is another thing I probably should bring up that I hate. Why do these enemies have touch damage? I mean, why? They shoot projectiles and can actively attack you. That should be enough to where it can hit you. That's one of the reasons why I love Freedom Planet so much, because in Freedom Planet, there is no touch damage. The enemy has to physically attack you. I've hated touch damage since its inception, and for the most part, if I'm remembering correctly, I think Sonic Unleashed got rid of touch damage. I think they brought it back shortly after, but I think I remember in Sonic Unleashed there was no touch damage unless the enemies actively wound up and attacked me, which I will wholeheartedly love because touch damage is bullshit. It works in classic games, like, you know, games that were on 16-bit systems, but nowadays, no. Touch damage is not a fun thing, especially in a game where we have enemies that can actively attack you. But there's a key for you if you want it. And get these weapons, because might as well. And let's go down and activate the last of the hidden defenses. So, shoot this one. And there we go. And let's jump into lava for a celebration, because I was trying to see if I can glitch the game. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the end of the neutral path already, so I'll see you guys next time for its conclusion.